We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium. Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Off the play fake. Nash. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 6. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw. Nash. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. But I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
They go with Jacobs. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. A good pickup there of 22.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Looking to throw. Nash is complete to Jones. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Jacobs again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And it'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Complete here. It's high. Finding room at midfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 38 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Chargers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 2, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
There's no other way you can describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down, Jacobs once more. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs. How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try pressure advantage.
On second down, Jacobs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Second down, Jacobs once more. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Off-play action. Nash completes it to Hardman. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First down, here's White. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Second down, they'll run with White. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Back to throw. Nash. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight at just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Well, kick by Carlson is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Eckler now between the tackles. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Draw play, it's Eckler. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack.
Herbert over the middle. That's caught by Schwartz.
They'll get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And leading 10-7, well, they may just want to get this to the locker room.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Nash. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Nash. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's got it inside the 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw pulled in by Schwartz. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 3rd and 4 now. Herbert now. Eluding the pressure right. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Jacobs going to try the middle.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Nash. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 20. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On second down, Eckler. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's Herbert. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. To throw on second down. Nash. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Nash. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 1st down, Nash taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. It's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go a little bit, I'll hit you, and it worked really well for them.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Charger drive about to get going. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On first down, it's Herbert. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. He'll buy some time right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Here's Herbert. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Up the middle with Eckler. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And down he'll go at the 25. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Nash. Buying time to his left. He's got him in. Complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Play action. Nash taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Start the drive. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Out of the gun, Herbert.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be fourth down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on fourth down with a penalty. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. The Chargers on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Herbert.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert.
That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now here's a throw. It's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. And that's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That one was thrown into the end zone, and when they made a play on the ball, it was actually tipped up in the air, and that's not ideal for anyone on defense because what you're ordinarily taught is to knock the ball down towards the ground, almost like a volleyball player coming over the top and spiking it to make sure that the offensive guys can't catch it on the rebound.
They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here we go on fourth. Herbert, and it's caught. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short.